Morning Fight fans, what up though? Live from the DMV off the early morning. Hope y'all have a great and blessed day today, man. Stay positive. Stay in a positive mindset, man. You live longer, you know what I mean? Look here, man, I want to just kind of chime in on Eddie Hearn real quick, man. I've been taking in some of his interviews this morning. I seen some of the ones that he got on IFL TV, and I'm listening to him talk, and I'm starting to realize, man, Eddie Hearn's ambition is crazy right now, man. You know, it's crazy. At the end of the day, you know, we always got a lot of bad stuff to say about Eddie. I know I got a hell of a lot of stuff to say about him. You know, he lies a lot, he's slick, he's this, he's that. But at the end of the day, the one thing that you can't take away from Eddie Hearn is that he is extremely ambitious. The question is, how far does his ambition go? And how long will Eddie succeed through his ambition, truth be told? Reason I say this is because, you know, Eddie Hearn, man, I'm noticing the things that he's doing in boxing, and he's chipping away. It's like a chip away process. Eddie Hearn is now rolling with a crew that has very, very deep pockets, and he's playing with other people's money. And with this green light that he got, man, he's making a lot of moves around boxing, and he's attempting to do some really big things in boxing. I don't know if he succeeds or not, only time will tell. But if you look at Eddie Hearn's rise, you see, first off, he started to see certain targets in his way, and he started to eliminate these targets. I didn't see the bigger picture at first. Apologize for the phone. I'm gonna hold on to it. I didn't see the bigger picture at first. He effectively eliminated Frank Warren from the UK scene as the number one major player, if you will. You know what I mean? He forced Frank Warren to literally have to run to Bob Arum for survival. Like, Frank Warren, people don't see Frank Warren and Bob Arum's alliance. That is necessary for survival, because Eddie Hearn swallowed up everything in the UK. We just heard Billy Joe Saunders leaving Frank Warren, going over to Eddie Hearn. Amongst other, you know how many fighters that Eddie Hearn has plucked off from Frank Warren? And then I hear the interviews today where Eddie Hearn is saying that, oh snap, ESPN, I don't know how true this is, but he's saying that they're running out of money. He believes that Top Rank messed up the deal because they gave Tyson Fury all of the money. And I sit back and I think and I say, well, Al-Adi, good morning to you. Good morning to you. I sit back and I say to myself, well, is this the reason why Bob Arum is now doing so much business with DAZN and Eddie Hearn? Because he can't afford to pay his own boxes no more? I mean, he did send Vasyl Lomachenko over to DAZN. That's like that's his biggest fighter. That's like his biggest promoted fighter. He sent them over to another network. And I'm trying to figure out, like, what does Eddie see? You look at Triple G. Eddie Hearn got hooks in Gennady Golovkin and effectively pushed out Tom Laughlin. Effectively. Eddie Hearn went on a signing campaign where he took all the disgruntled employees that were over at PBC, the disgruntled ones, brought them on over. And it's like, yo, I'm looking at this dude. This dude is chipping away slowly but surely using other people's money. The only equal that I can see at this point in boxing that can stop Eddie Hearn is only one man, and that's Al Haymon. Oscar De La Hoya can't do it. I just heard a recent interview with Eddie Hearn where he says that, well, you know, he's not concerned about Canelo Alvarez because Canelo is not his fighter yet. So clearly Eddie Hearn has ambition of stealing Canelo Alvarez sometime down the line. But Oscar can't stop him. Bob Arum can't stop him. Frank Warren can't stop him. The only one in boxing that can stop Eddie Hearn's ambition, truth be told, is Al Haymon. And that is it. I believe that Eddie Hearn is effectively targeting Bob Arum right now. I don't know if he can beat the old Bob. I truly don't. I don't know if Eddie Hearn can take on old Bob. Old Bob got relationships that go back for years. But you look at the Dillian White situation. Look at Eddie Hearn's pool with UCAD. Look at all of these fighters that he's signing. I'm telling you, man. He hasn't made inroads with the elite fighters at PBC yet, and I don't think he will. But I'm just looking around at the landscape, man, and I'm like, man, oh man. He took this fight to Saudi Arabia between Ruiz and Joshua, something that us Americans ain't happy about. But trust and believe the other promoters are sitting back looking like I wish that was me. If you think that Bob Arum won't put a show in Saudi Arabia for $80 million plus, you're fooling yourself. If you think that any promoter won't do it, you're fooling yourself. Eddie did it. I'm telling y'all, man, Eddie's ambition, I don't know if this is going to be his downfall. It could be. He could probably bite off way more than he can chew. Or if he succeeds. I look at what Dana White is talking, how Dana White is talking about, oh, I want to come in boxing and, you know, do like a UFC model type thing. Basically, you know, no promoters and everybody fighting for one belt and everybody fighting on the same network. That's his vision. I'm telling y'all, bruh. I'm telling you, man. And I'm sitting back and I'm looking at this situation and I'm like, Eddie is sitting back just like, okay. He's plucking off people little by little. He's forcing other promoters to bring their fighters to his network. He attempted to get Tank over to DAZN. He made Vasyl Lomachenko come over to DAZN. You know what I'm saying? Deontay Wilder. He tried to force Deontay Wilder, in order for him to make the Anthony Joshua fight, would have had to sign a contract with DAZN for what, 3 or 4 fights. Eddie Hearn, every time he turns around and does something, he's looking to get hooks into you. It's working for some, yeah, it's working. I ain't gonna lie, for the most part, I see it working. When I see him just bring on Billy Joe Saunders, I'm like, damn, he just stole him straight from Frank Warren, just like that. How long is it going to be before he try to lure Terrence Crawford over to DAZN? You know, we talk about Terrence Crawford versus Kell Brook. You know, Eddie actually can make that happen. It's Bob that can't make that happen. There's a difference. Bob can't make that happen, but Eddie can make that happen. Will he Crawford over to DAZN on the Kell Brook fight? I'm just asking the question. You see what I'm saying? The man's ambition is crazy. He's got hooks everywhere. Hooks in the World Boxing Super Series. We see him putting Regis Prograis and Josh Taylor, who's his fighter. He got hooks into that tournament. And he's putting Derek Chisora on the undercard. Big whining ass Derek Chisora. Bum ass Derek Chisora. Putting him on the undercard. Because he can do that. Because he got hooks. And I'm telling you, fight fans, if Oscar, no way. I believe that Eddie is looking at a lot of the Golden Boy fighters. How can I get them up off Oscar? These suits better unite. They better unite because this piranha suit, known as Eddie Hearn, he's chipping away at the institutions of boxing. And people better open their eyes and see what he's doing. He's luring. When he said that, oh, I haven't signed, Canelo is not my fighter yet, my eyes went, what? Damn, Eddie sees vulnerabilities in Bob Arum. Did Bob Arum mess up and give Tyson Fury all that money? Now Eddie is even, I don't know how true this is, and I don't believe this, because he said this before. He don't even believe that they're going to be able to do Wilder versus Fury 2. Because he doesn't believe that they got the money to pay Wilder. When Eddie starts sensing things like that, he sees opportunity. Okay, well, they don't got the money. I got other people's money. I got big backers behind me that's putting a lot of money in front of me. And I'm telling you, man, it's a little scary. And I wonder, is eventually, if this thing keep going the way it's going, it's going to come down to a final head between Al Heyman and Eddie Hearn. And if Al Heyman doesn't wipe out Eddie Hearn, I don't see nobody else doing it. I don't see Bob Arum doing it. I don't see Oscar De La Hoya doing it. I don't see Frank Warren doing it. Kathy Duva, who's that? You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, man, it's going to take Al Heyman. He's the only entity, I believe, at this point big enough to literally sit down Eddie Hearn. My only question is, will he? Or will, like everybody else, he cave? You know, the homie, shout out to the homie Black Fight Fan TV. He always calls Eddie Hearn a colonizer. And there's some truth to that. Because Eddie is now moved in boxing. He's trying to come to America and establish the same hierarchy that he established in the UK. And I don't know if he's going to succeed or not. Only time will tell. But that's colonizing. He's coming to come here and set up shop. He's coming to take over the boxing. It's going to take a united front by the other suits in order to beat Eddie Hearn. And that's crazy. Y'all have a blessed day, man. To the next video, Main Man, Made Man. Don't forget to subscribe to Twitter, Made Man 511, Facebook, Made Man Boxing Forum, Instagram, Main Man, Made Man. You know, I'm also not happy about this news about Deontay Wilder signing his contract so early for February 22nd for Tyson Fury, man. I'm not happy about that. I wish, you know, you don't let Tyson Fury get away with this type of stuff that he's doing, man. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Yo, hit that thumbs up for me, and I'll catch up with y'all later. To the next video. Peace out.